That's right, if you haven't heard, which I'm guessing by now you probably have, I already had a video set for yesterday, so I couldn't get this up till today. But yes, we are going to be getting a brand new Star Wars trilogy. I know that it's safe to say that all of us are extremely excited about this, and of course there's not a whole lot of information out about it right now because it was just announced. But at the same time, of course, of all Star Wars fans, there's going to be theories and ideas of what's going to be coming out. And I'm going to give you my little 2 cents and opinion of what I believe are a couple possibilities of what will happen. What we do know as of now is that it's going to be a brand new trilogy and it's going away from the Skywalker line, which I believe is really cool because they're stepping completely outside the box. With the new movies and of course movies like Rogue One that still kind of sits in the same timeline, which don't get me wrong is definitely cool to see stuff like that for sure. But it's also going to be really cool to see something completely brand new storyline, new characters, everything. Now, of course, we don't know what time period this is going to take place, and that's one of the biggest theories right now that everybody's trying to figure out is when this is going to take place. They have said it's going to explore an area that has never been touched in the Star Wars lore ever, which to me raises a couple possibilities that it's going to take way before the prequels or way after Episode 9. I think it would be interesting to explore a little bit of the Old Republic again, but I don't think that's actually going to happen. But again, that's just my own personal opinion. Something else that would be really cool, but again, I don't think it's going to happen because I think it's just a little too close to the Star Wars line, would be able to see a little bit of Darth Plagueis. Now again, that would be amazing to see, but personally, because it is too close, I don't think that's going to happen. Now this next idea is definitely more of a possibility and something that I think would be amazing to see. Would be to start way back in the very beginning of how the Sith and the Jedi actually came to be. This would exclude any connection to the Skywalkers, and I think would make amazing characters and just an amazing storyline just to see how it all began. Now, like any other group of people that hate each other, at one point they most likely were together at one point. That's actually how it started because the Sith and the Jedi used to be united, and of course the Sith started becoming more powerful in the dark side, and that's what drove them away. That's just one idea. I'm not going to go really too in depth with it right now. I may go more in depth later, but this is just a basic announcement. The other option I had was, of course, maybe a few hundred years or even a few thousand years into the future after Episode 9. And the only reason I think that is because with the flaw with having it start way at the beginning was so many people when Rogue One came out for some reason just didn't understand the timeline of when it happened. Now of course true Star Wars fans knew exactly where it was, but a lot of other people just didn't quite understand it to begin with. Of course later they figured it out, but it added a lot of confusion at the first start. So that's why I feel there's a stronger possibility of it actually going on into the future, and especially since you're starting a new trilogy, you really want something 100% on its own. Even starting back at the very beginning, you're still kind of trying to stick with the first main storyline. Even though it's that far back, you're still trying to keep it all the same, and you really don't get to add anything new. Anyway, moving on to what we have to know right now, that of course Rian Johnsnon is going to be directing this trilogy, and not only is he a director, but he's also a major fan of Star Wars, so I think that's going to be awesome because we're actually going to get an actual Star Wars fan opinion in this, and he's going to know what we like and he's going to know what we want, which also brings much confidence when I get ready to go see Episode 8, because not only did he direct Episode 8, The Last Jedi, but after that he's given a whole trilogy, so to me that means that they're pretty happy with the work that he's been giving. Kathleen Kennedy, the president of Star Wars, says that she loved working with Rian in the last film, so being able to give him a whole trilogy must mean he's doing really good, and that's going to be a really awesome movie to see. One other announcement along with this, that they have also announced that there's going to be a live-action Star Wars television show on a new streaming service. Now that even raises more eyebrows and more of like what's going to happen. I'm not really going to dial into it that much, but it's really cool to hear that they're going to be making a television series now. Anyway guys, I want to thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I know it's been just a little bit since I've had an animation video come out, but I promise you there will be one next week, so be sure to look out for it. I do like to stress that it's mainly what my channel is about, is I love making animation videos for you guys, but it being a Star Wars channel, I do like to do a little few reviews and a little updates as far as what's going on in the Star Wars world. So I do thank you guys so much for coming on back, and my next few animation videos are in the process of being made, and I'll keep you updated on when those will be out. And if you want to be more updated on my videos and some of the stuff I'm making for future videos, be sure to check me out on my Instagram and Twitter page. I put stuff on there all the time as far as what's happening and what I'm creating, so be sure to go check those out. I'll leave the links in the description below. I also want to thank you guys so much because you definitely surprised me. You flooded one of my last videos with comments as far as my next animation video that's going to be coming out with your opinions and your ideas. I will keep you updated on it, and it is in the process of being made, and I can tell you right now this is going to be one of my biggest projects so far, so I can't wait to show it to you all once it's done. But until next time, peace out, bros.